Hey guys, and welcome to the first installment of the DNA Sports Podcast, where we talk all things sports during the quarantine, just to make your day a little bit better. Today we're going to be comparing two of our hometown baseball teams, the Mets and the Yankees. Let's start off with the Mets, all right? Is that cool, guys?
Yeah, it's fine.
Absolutely.
I think we should
So,
at the end all make our predictions for their records.
yeah.
All right.
So, obviously, the Mets were very short of the playoffs last year. They had an
Very close.
insane run at the end of the season, but they just couldn't make it. But at the same time, we have back-to-back Cy Young winner Jacob deGrom and Rookie of the Year Pete Alonso. So things are only looking up for Mets fans right now. So what do you guys think?
As big as a Mets fan I am, I also have to point out the Cano contract that we're stuck in, and same with the Diaz contract. The Cano contract's a big deal, and he's not going anywhere. We can't trade him. We can't get out of that deal. And same with the Diaz contract. He's younger than Cano, and he could stick around forever.
Well, I'm gonna back everyone all up a little bit. What got us that horrible contract is the horrible general manager, Roddy Van Wagenen, and what got us that horrible GM are the horrible owners, Jeff Wilpon and the Wilpon family. Ian
we need new
Rothenberg,
owners.
You probably know the most about
I wrote
the
about
Wilpons.
this.
What can you tell us about them?
I wrote an essay for English class about the Wilpons. I got a 93 on it, and they lose money off the team. You can't sell the damn team. Someone's got to shoot the pennies out of these people. It's their fault why we can't win. They're not spending the right money on the team. They're the ones that hired Brody. Brody's not a bad GM. He made one bad move by trading for Diaz. But
I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop right there. You
Wilson
don't think Brody's a bad GM?
I don't think he's a bad GM. But
I think. Wait a minute. I want to back up a little bit and go back to the ownership. I know it's not going to happen, but this is kind of like a question I've been thinking about. How would you guys feel if a former Yankee, A-Rod, owned the Mets?
No, it was confirmed that they're out. They're not.
No, I know it's not.
buying it.
I know it's not going to happen. But hypothetically, if he were to sign whatever
Alex
contracts,
Rodriguez has the money to handle MLB baseball.
Yeah, they're not buying the Mets. I think we should move on from that. I think we should talk about
J-Lo could be on the Jumbotron twerk cam every game. I'm just saying. All right, no, okay, for real. But the Mets, in all seriousness, Jake deGrom is coming off two incredible Cy Young seasons.
Oh,
Rookie
absolutely.
of the Year, rookie home run record, Pete Alonso. Mets fans have a lot to be excited about this year. So
But
what do you think?
They have a lot to be worried about.
I want to talk about that. So what do you guys think is like? The Mets have a solid outfield. They have a decent infield. Obviously, Syndergaard being out is devastating. But what do you guys think is the one hole that needs to be fixed for the Mets to be like serious?
I think
contenders?
third base. I think third base.
I agree with both of them.
If the Giants, if the Mets had a better ownership, they would have went after Rendon or Arenado in a trade, and they would have signed them to a massive contract. But like Ian said,
money for Arenado. Why don't you just get Arenado? Oh no,
Rendon.
You're that corrupt. You're that cheap. Those are the Wilpons for you. I'm sorry for getting mad, but Ian, I bet you agree with me. They are morons.
They are. They don't know what they're doing.
I think
they can't own a team.
I think Rendon would be a good fit just because he knows the division, and I think he would fit perfectly in the Mets organization. Arenado, on the other hand, he's played in Colorado his whole life. I don't think he has any intentions of switching teams in the near future. So, in my opinion,
I would have been less realistic.
I would prefer Rendon for sure.
I would prefer Rendon too.
It was a more
Rendon's
realistic
a better
option.
average hitter.
Honestly,
Rendon was already in the NL East.
Wait, can we just back it up for 1 second? When we were talking about Diaz, I actually think that Diaz can have a phenomenal second season with the Mets. I think that a lot of players have New York jitters, and I think that his second season will be much better than his first.
Okay, so Arenado hit 315 and Rendon hit 319. So they're about even at the plate. And they're both amazing defensive players. But in a key situation, when you need to stop and you need to keep a runner from scoring, I'm taking Arenado over Rendon.
Yeah, I agree with Alex there.
And I want to go back to the holes.
It's a very tough call for me.
I want to go back to the holes. You feel for
honestly,
the Mets.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ian.
It's fine. You need to go. I'm going back to the holes where you feel for the Mets, and it's the bullpen. But you have a guy like Diaz who probably could have a bounce back year. And
Betances and Lugo.
And you have
Betances was a great addition for
guy.
sure.
Lugo's
baseball though.
Betances. We'll get to that story later.
It's my turn. Mets.
All right.
And you have Lugo, who's a guy who can go 2 innings every night, and he's lights out. He pitches good. Then there's Familia, who, from what I hear, did not like Mickey Callaway. I think Mickey Callaway ruined him, and Familia lost some weight.
We also got the new
got
pitching
in shape
coach.
again, and I think he's gonna have a good year too. So I think the bullpen is still a big hole they need to fill, but you never know. They could have another good year because there's also a guy named Justin Wilson who is going to get affected by the new MLB pace of play initiative, where the pitcher needs to throw 3 batters no matter what or finish an inning.
Right.
So
Guys,
that's
we're running
Great
out of
point.
time.
Good point.
We're running out of time for the Mets. I think we should go through our predictions.
I want to make 2 more
We didn't
points.
talk about anything.
Yes, we did. We
I want to
talked
make
about
one more huge point, and we go
Yep.
a little over the time. It doesn't matter. One more huge point is obviously the coaching change. I think Luis Rojas is young. He's ready to go. He wants to win now. He doesn't
No.
want to wait 5-10 years to get to the playoffs or win a World
No.
Series or whatever. He wants to
I
win
think-
now.
I think Rojas was just a quick fill that they needed. They needed to hire someone. He was there. He was willing to do the job. I think after this season, he'll be fired and replaced by someone else.
Really?
Okay, one more
Yeah.
last thing before we switch over to the Yankees. Luis Jimenez, boom or bust?
Andres Jimenez.
Bust.
Boom.
No, he mean
Yeah, Andre.
Luis Jimenez.
I'm mixing up my players
Any
right. It's
guy like
Andres.
him to anchor the infield.
I was talking about Luis Rojas.
Well,
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. We do have Ahmed Rosario, who will be an all-star the next
I
season
think-
he plays.
I
We
think
also
that
had
we
Dom
can-
Smith, but then Pete Alonso came out of nowhere
I
and
think,
took
guys,
over his
guys,
job.
I think we should trade Jimenez and Smith for an Arenado. And
Nah.
some pitching.
I don't think that's a
No,
I
realistic
think some
trade.
pitching.
but I think that
Arenado
could be.
doesn't fit that trade.
I
Alright,
think
guys,
that
we got
no,
to make
Marcus
projections.
Stroman.
All right,
We got to
so,
make projections.
All right, so I think that we could switch over to the Yankees now.
No, let's make projections.
Oh, right.
I'll
I'm
go
sorry. So I don't think the Mets are just there yet to win the NL East. I think the Braves are taking that spot, but I could see them having home field advantage in the wild card game for sure.
So what do you think the record will be at the end of the season?
I say they win 94 games.
All right.
I also think the Braves win 110, but that's just my opinion.
All right.
I'll go now.
Oh, yeah, Ian, go.
Okay, so I think the Mets have a team to win the division. I think they have a team that can beat the Braves because the Braves have no pitching, no bullpen. And I think the Mets are going to go 92-70 this year and win the division. That's
All right. I'm going to go with
They're not
Ian's-
winning the division with 92 wins. They're just
I got to
they
go
just
with
can't.
95 wins, 67 losses. I think they'll get the top wild card spot, have home field advantage, and I could see them going far in the playoffs. I think they could pull a Nationals.
Well, I'm not one to say their exact win to loss percentage, their exact number of wins and losses, because that can go totally randomly.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe they'll be somewhere in the 90s, and I do believe in the high 90s they could win the NL East this year.
All right.
And
I
that's what I
think
believe.
Okay,
it's time
but
to switch over
here's
to
the
the
burning
Yankees.
question. Here's the burning question. Last question, and then we'll switch.
All right.
But
Okay.
are they legitimate contenders yet? I don't
I
think
think
so.
they are.
No.
Not for the NL East, but for the wild card.
In the
I think
They're
next,
too
in the
young, they're
next
too
three,
inexperienced.
do they have a legitimate chance? I'll reword it. Do they have a legitimate chance in the next 3 seasons? Like obviously, we don't know
Yes.
when the next season's going to be. In the
I
next
think
3
there will be.
seasons, do
I
they
think-
make the World
I think-
Series at
I
least
think
once?
there's hope.
Yeah.
I think there's hope too.
I
All
think
right,
in 2 years that they'll
we
be
got to
able
switch,
to.
guys. All right. We
The
are
Yankees.
talking about the Yankees now. Of course, they have the big landing of Garrett Cole,
Huge.
born Yankee
gonna be-
fan. That's big. That's big.
Their
They're-
pitching has been not that great until
I mean,
Yeah.
they got Garrett Cole.
obviously
But they
CeCe's
also lost
gone.
Severino
That
for
was-
the year.
Yeah, Severino's done for their.
Severino's done for the year because of
I think Severino's a bust. I don't think
Absolutely
he'll
agree.
come back.
Never healthy.
I
think
wouldn't
he's
quite
too
call him a
injury-prone.
bust, but I also think he's overrated, not just by
Yeah.
Yankees fans.
He's
but
not
throughout the league.
Overprojected.
He's never healthy. He's never on the field.
Well, we all
I
saw
also
him
wanna
in the
point
wild
out-
card game a few years ago. I mean,
Aaron-
what do you get? Like
I'm making
4
a bold-
innings and it was horrible.
I'm making a bold prediction right now. It's a little unrelated, but if Aaron Judge plays at least 140 games, the Yankees win the pennant.
The pennant.
The pennant.
That's
No.
very bold.
You do
statement.
realize
Aaron
that Judge's not
Aaron
gonna
Judge
play
plays over
140
140 games. I just don't see how they're
That's
not
not
making the World
happening.
Series.
I have to give it to the Dodgers.
I legitimately think they could push the Dodgers. Obviously, adding Betts is huge, but he didn't have that good of a year last year. And I think
because he's in Boston.
I understand that, but I just think if Aaron Judge stays healthy, because I'm looking at the stats right now. Aaron Judge played 102 games last year. He plays 140, 100. Even if he plays like 125 games next year, I still think
there's not
that'll
going to be a full
enough
season this year, dude. You're going to get maybe
not this year, but I mean the next full season. I think if he plays 140, 150 games, there's just no way that they don't make the World Series.
Make it, not win it.
How about
they
pitching?
could win it? I don't know. It depends who they're going up against.
They have one amazing pitcher, Garrett Cole. What other?
But we also haven't. We haven't.
Don't you sit here and tell me that Masahiro Tanaka is going to carry them to a World Series?
Yeah, and I'm just going to bring up a point.
Training gave up 3 home runs in one game.
I'm just going to bring up a point. If Jack Schafferstein's watching this, I know you think Tanaka's some playoff genius, but I just don't see it happening. Even if Tanaka is in the playoffs,
the Yankees may have players that can navigate a team through the playoffs. Their manager cannot navigate a team through the playoffs. He's lost 3 years
I
in
respect
a row,
Aaron Boone.
3 consecutive ALCSs.
I respect Aaron Boone.
I want to go back.
I don't think he's fit to manage in the playoffs. I think he's a choke.
I want to go back though because
just like
their pitching is definitely not a definite because Garrett Cole has never played a game in New York, or at least as a Yankee. He's not a surefire star already. Like obviously he was a Cy Young finalist and he was great in Houston, but we don't know how he's going to be in pinstripes. I just want to bring up one point.
I want to bring up one point quickly. It's for all we know that he has jitters like Greinke. Greinke came from Arizona. If you put Greinke in New York, he would not play. But because he's afraid of big crowds. That's why. All right, you can go.
I want to go back.
He's afraid of big crowds. He's able to pitch in LA and not have a problem.
That's why he left LA.
I want to go back to the Yankees. Obviously, they've made some good additions for their pitching staff, but their offense is just scary. You have Aaron Judge, Stanton, Gary Sanchez.
Both of them are never healthy.
They're never healthy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If they're all healthy,
they're all healthy.
Alex, you got to be realistic, though. They're not ever both going to be healthy at the same time.
I'm not a Yankees fan, but I think
it's not going to be a consistent period.
Yeah, but I think this little break in baseball is going to be helpful, not just for the 3 of them, but I think just for the league in general. It's going to help players rest up, get back in shape.
Yeah, but everyone's going to be out of shape when they come back to play.
No, I'm going to bring the Mets back into this for a second. Yoenis Cespedes fell in a hole getting chased by a wild boar. He was supposed to be healthy, and that was like 2 years ago.
Listen, I'm no Yankees fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Yankees fan. But I don't think
this is the commercial going to be airing on SNY. Come to.
Okay, Ian, shut up. Okay.
No, it's be fine. Trust me.
I think that Aaron Judge is going to stay healthy.
Bobblehead night sponsored by Boar's Head.
Ian, it's
Aaron
not your
Judge.
turn.
Okay. Aaron Judge, he's going to stay healthy. His girlfriend, not so much. She got a DUI, but we'll talk about that later.
Get out of my way, coppers!
No, but I think Aaron Judge, I think all the superstars, Pete Alonso, Aaron Judge, Arenado, all of these superstars are going to come back in better shape than they've ever been. You see, Aroldis Chapman's arm is like this long. And it's
guys, that was Photoshop. Are you an idiot? That photo is like.
No, I know that's Photoshop.
We gotta do predictions and then get to the sponsors. All right. Alex, what's your prediction for the Yankees?
115 wins.
All right. I'm gonna go 110. Jack.
I'm going to go 86. Those are the games Garrett Cole will play. I'm going to go 86.
You think they win 86 games? My left
toe. You think Garrett Cole can play 86 games?
No, but I think
they're winning 108.
I think he will win most of his games of the season. Tanaka will be decent. Severino.
How about this? How many games does Garrett Cole win?
Severino's watching from his couch.
I'm going to go 23 games for Cole.
You think Garrett Cole wins 23 games?
Yep.
I'm going to
say 17. I'm saying 17.
I'm going to change my prediction. I'm going to go 104. 104.
Okay, wait. I want to go back to the Garrett Cole discussion. Because last year he was a Cy Young candidate last year. He won 20 games. I think he's going to have a good season, but I don't see him winning 20 games. I say
but not great.
I say in like the 16, 17 range.
Thanks for watching.
Shut up, Ian.